1. Today I want to tell you a story about a man who changed the world with his ideas. His name is Steve Jobs, and this story comes from the book Steve Jobs written by Walter Isaacson. This book is not just about computers or phones. It's about how one person's dream, hard work, and passion can make the world different. When Steve Jobs was a boy, he was not like other kids. He was very curious and always asked why. Sometimes teachers thought he was too naughty because he liked to do things his own way. But Steve loved beautiful things. He wanted everything to look perfect, even the parts people couldn't see. When he grew up, he and his friend Steve Wozniak started a company called Apple in a small garage. At first, nobody believed they could do anything big, but soon they made the Apple computer, and people were amazed. For the first time, computers looked friendly and easy to use. But Steve was not always easy to work with. He was very strict and sometimes shouted at his team because he wanted everything to be the best. One day, the company he started asked him to leave. Can you imagine that? He was fired from his own company. But Steve didn't give up. He started a new company called Next, and he bought another company called Pixar. Pixar made movies with computers, and soon they created Toy Story, the first 3D animated movie. That success gave Steve new hope and helped him grow as a leader. A few years later, Apple was in big trouble. The company needed help. And guess who came back? Yes, Steve Jobs. He returned and started to make amazing new products. The colorful iMac, the iPod for music, the iPhone, and the iPad. These ideas changed how people lived, listened, and connected with each other. Steve once said, "People don't know what they want until you show it to them." He believed that real innovation means showing people something new, something they didn't even know they needed. Later in his life, Steve became very sick, but even then, he kept thinking about how to make the world better. He said, "Remembering that you are going to die is the best way to avoid thinking you have something to lose." He meant that life is short, so don't waste it. Do what you truly love. Steve Jobs was not perfect. He was sometimes too serious, too stubborn, but he was also brave, creative, and full of dreams. Because of him, we have the iPhone, iPad, and many ideas that inspire us to think different. The book Steve Jobs teaches us that success is not about being perfect. It's about never giving up and believing in your dreams. So, if you ever feel lost or afraid to try something new, remember Steve Jobs, the man who started in a small garage and changed the world.